Forget about the shiny new toy, think about your business strategy.
Delighted to have Adam Fraser with me again. Welcome back, Adam.
Thanks, John.
Hey, Adam, technology and social media, that's where your expertise is in learning, helping organisations leverage value from that technology. But you know, I get confused in this world. There's hundreds and thousands of tools out there that help marketing, sales, all around social media. How do you choose the right tool and what sort of things do we have to think about in terms of technology and social media?
You're right, John. It's a hot topic at the moment. MarTech or marketing technology has absolutely boomed in the last 5 to 10 years. We're talking of a $30+ billion sector that in many ways didn't exist 10 years ago. So sales and marketing professionals alike are a bit confused. It's a very deep, complex landscape and people are all scratching their heads.
It is. You look at me at my age, trying to keep up with technology is tough, but I managed to do it to some extent, but it's getting worse and worse and worse. And the enterprises out there, same issue. We're living in a very complex world, and it's getting more and more complex with all the information that's coming through, the uncertainty that's happening around business and so on. Trying to make decisions on the technology we use has got to be tough. Have you got recommendations, particularly I'm talking about in the sales world, but sales and marketing?
Well, look, John, I mean, another relevant point is the worlds of the sales and the marketing teams are very much converging now. You know, what sales did 10 years ago, marketing are now doing, and vice versa. So in a more digital-based economy, these worlds are converging. So it's an important topic for both sales and
that whole
marketers.
Topic of alignment is really important, isn't it?
Absolutely.
To get sales and marketing working together, because we're all working together to help the buyer move through a buyer's journey and create value for that buyer through that journey, and ultimately, hopefully, get reciprocity and building, create some business for ourselves, right?
Correct. So the old, the holy grail of one view of the customer is very relevant to this topic as well. You don't want lots of different tools and different data silos in the business. So the sales team acting on one piece of, one database and marketing acting on another. So a common approach is very important.
Yeah, and otherwise you end up with point solutions all over the place and none talk to each other, and really you might get a bit of benefit in one area of the business, but ultimately the business fails to communicate effectively and get together on delivering value for the customer.
That's right. And look, I think, John, you asked about sort of how can people approach this. Look, it is a big, complex world. There's an infographic that most of the marketing world have seen. I'm happy to link in the show notes for your sales audience to see. We live in a world of more than 2,000 tools. In fact, the updated version of this infographic is closer to 4,000 now, and that straddles a lot of areas in terms of the customer and marketing and automation and newsletters and the end-to-end sort of customer experience, very much of relevance to the sales professional. Mm-hmm. I think particularly the marketing fraternity, we can get hung up on the shiny new toy and the technology for technology's sake.
Salespeople do the same thing, I can tell you.
I just think it's so important to take a step back. This isn't about being good at technology for the sake of it. Think about your business strategy, think about your business processes, define your requirements, then and only then slot in the technology tool that works for you. I think that sequencing is very important.
And think of it either enterprise-wide or it's at least sales and marketing-wide to make sure we're covering the needs across both areas.
Absolutely. Look, I hate to use the cliched term about customer centricity, but it's the buzzword around at the moment. Customer experience is a massive theme going into 2016 for the marketing world. But sales and marketing have to work so closely aligned in this area. We don't want different views of the customers. We want all communications with the customer, all information about the customer to be in one place. So it's important for the enterprise to look holistically at its technology solutions.
Okay, so some good key messages out of that. A few of the key messages I got: lots of tools, but make sure you think about your needs before you deploy a tool, and think about it more enterprise-wide than in niche areas, and make sure those tools are going to help all of us.
Yeah. Forget about the shiny new toy. Think about your business strategy.
Great advice. Thank you very much, Adam.
Thanks a lot, John.